Our next article is rolling motion of the body. Now see, in rolling motion, body performs two types of the motion. First is rotational motion and second is translatory motion. These two motions are performed simultaneously in rolling motion. Consider a wheel moving along the horizontal surface. Now when these wheels moves with rolling, it performs the rotational motion about the axis passing through center, and also it performs the translatory motion. This is called as the rolling motion. Now we have to find the total kinetic energy of the body which is in rolling motion. Now see again, in rolling motion, as body performs two types of the motion, one is the rotational motion and second is the translatory motion. Its total kinetic energy is contributed by the kinetic energy in rotational motion plus kinetic energy in translatory motion. Now if we substitute the values, we will get the final equation for kinetic energy of the body. For this, let us consider an object of moment of inertia I. I is the moment of inertia of the body which is rolling uniformly. V is the linear velocity, because we have to use these quantities for it is a linear velocity V. Omega is the angular velocity, such that omega equal to V by R, because V equal to, we will see this V equal to R into omega, hence omega equal to V by R. Also capital M is mass of the body which is rolling, K is the radius of gyration. Now this radius of gyration is K in such a way that this I equal to M into K square. We can write like this K square equal to I by M, or we can write this K equal to under root I divided by M. Now see, substituting these values in above equation, the kinetic energy, that is total kinetic energy. Now see, the total kinetic energy equal to kinetic energy in translatory motion plus kinetic energy in rotational motion, which is equal to 1/2 m into v square plus 1/2 I into omega square. But because rotational kinetic energy is given by 1 of I into omega square. Now substitute the values of omega square, that is half of mv square plus see this v equal to r into omega, hence omega square equal to v square upon r square, and also as I equal to m into k square, substitute these two values here, 1/2 m into k square v square divided by r square, or we can write this like m into v square plus half of m into v square multiplied by k square divided by r square. Now next, total kinetic energy is given by, see, half of mv square is a constant, hence the equation becomes kinetic energy equal to half of mv square 1 plus k square divided by r square. This is our required equation for total kinetic energy in rolling motion. See, in rolling motion, it must be remembered that static friction is essential for purely rolling motion. In this case, it prevents the sliding motion. Now in next article, we have to consider a rolling motion along inclined plane, and we have to determine the linear velocity and acceleration in rolling motion of the body in inclined plane. Let us consider an inclined plane in this direction which makes an angle theta with horizontal. If we draw the perpendicular from the top position, the height, maximum height, which is equal to h, this is the inclined plane. When body start rolling from this position, this is the uppermost position, it is at rest. Hence initial velocity is 0. Its height is h, hence its total energy is potential energy, which is equal to mgh. When body rolls down from this inclined plane and comes rest at this position, when body rolls down from inclined plane and come at bottom position, its final velocity is v, which is the maximum value. The total distance traveled by the body during the rolling motion along the inclined plane, let it is equal to s. Now we can use the equation v square equal to u square plus twice as to find the acceleration. Here this u is 0 and this equation becomes v square equal to twice a into s. This is we have to use in the equation to determine the acceleration of the body. Before this, we have to find the linear velocity. Now see, if v is the linear velocity as discussed earlier, the total kinetic energy of the rolling body when body reaches at this position is given by this kinetic energy, which is equal to total energy, which is equal to 1/2 m into v square plus 1/2 I into omega square, which is equal to 1/2 m into v square 1 plus k square divided by r square. This equation is already derived in previous discussion. From this equation we will find the value of v square. Now see, when body comes from topmost position to bottom position, its total potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, or we can say that its total kinetic energy equal to total potential energy. That means kinetic energy equal to potential energy, which is equal to mgh. Hence we can equate this equation for potential energy. It becomes mgh, which is equal to half of m into v square in bracket 1 plus k square divided by r square. Now we have to modify this equation for v square. See, this m get cancelled, the equation becomes 2gh equal to v square in bracket 1 plus k square divided by r square, or we can write this v square equal to 2gh divided by 1 plus k square upon r square. Taking the square root of both sides, we get the final equation for V, which is equal to under root 2gh divided by 1 plus k square upon r square. This is our required equation for linear velocity V. Now lastly, we have to find the equation for linear acceleration. Using the above equation, see, v square equal to twice a into s as discussed earlier. Now here this v square equal to square of this equation. That means we can write like this: twice a into s equal to 2g into h divided by 1 plus k square upon r square. These two get cancel. These two get cancel. The equation becomes as equal to gh divided by 1 plus k square upon r square, or we can write this acceleration a equal to gh divided by s in bracket 1 plus k square upon r square. Now see the figure again. Our figure is like this. This is inclined plane. The total distance covered is s. Total height of the body at initially is equal to h. The angle is equal to theta. Now from this right angle triangle we can find sine of theta equal to h divided by s. And now substitute this value of sine theta here, that is h divided by s. The equation becomes acceleration equal to g into sine theta divided by 1 plus k square upon r square. Now see this equation. This is equation for acceleration of the body when it rolls down over the inclined plane. Now if we analyze this equation, it is clear that the factor affecting on the acceleration is the main factor 1 plus k square upon r square. This is the important factor which is effective for the rolling motion of the body and acceleration of the body. Okay. Now next part. There are some special cases. See, in above equation, the part k square upon r square plus 1 plays the important role. Now if the moment of inertia is in form of n into mr square, the numerical factor this n gives k square upon r square, because this moment of inertia equal to, because the moment of inertia I equal to mk square, which is equal to n into mr square. Hence this n become k square divided by r square. K square divided by r square. This. Now see how this n is determined or plays the important role for the rotational motion of the body. For example, for uniform solid sphere, the moment of inertia is given by 2 by 5 into mr square, which is equal to m into k square. From this equation, it is clear that k square divided by r square equal to 2 by 5 for solid sphere. Secondly, for ring or hollow cylinder, the moment of inertia equal to m into r square, which is equal to m into k square. This implies that k square divided by r square equal to 1. In third case, for uniform disk, I equal to 1/2 m into r square, which is equal to mk square. This implies that again k square divided by r square equal to 1 by 2. For thin walled hollow sphere, this I equal to 2 by 3 mr square, which is equal to m into k square. From this equation we get k square divided by r square equal to 2 by 3. These are some important points you have to remember during the calculation or numerical calculation. Now next and last point. While rolling motion, the ratio of translational kinetic energy and rotational kinetic energy and total rolling kinetic energy, that is kinetic energy of rolling motion, its ratio is always constant. That means we can write kinetic energy in translatory is to kinetic energy in rotatory is same as that of E in rolling motion. Ratio of translator kinetic energy is to kinetic energy in rotational motion is to kinetic energy in rolling motion. Now see, if we substitute the values of these energies, we get half of mv square is to half of mv square k square divided by r square is to 1/2 m v square 1 plus k square divided by r square. Hence, the ratio becomes 1 is to k square divided by r square is to 1 plus k square divided by r square. Now see, from this equation, for example, for hollow sphere, k square upon r square equal to 2 by 3. If we substitute this value, we get this ratio as 1 is to 2 by 3 is to 5 by 3, which is same as 3 is to 2 is to 5. See, the distribution of total energy is like this. 60% of its kinetic energy is the translational and 40% is the rotational. That means the division of total kinetic energy is like this: 60% to the translatory and 40% to the rotatory. Okay, this is all about the rolling motion of the body. The last article is kinematical equation in rotational motion. Before this, just analyze the analogical quantity in translational motion and rotational motion. See here, S is the linear displacement. Analogical quantity in rotational motion is the theta, which is the angular displacement. U is the initial linear velocity, omega 0 is the initial angular velocity. V is the final linear velocity. Corresponding in rotational motion is the omega, which is final angular velocity. A is the linear acceleration, alpha is the angular acceleration. Time required is the same, t, in translatory and rotational motion. Now we have to write the kinematical equations. The first kinematical equation in translatory motion is V equal to U plus AT. Second kinematical equation in translatory motion is S, which is equal to ut plus 1 half a t square. Third kinematical equation is v square equal to u square plus twice a into s. The analogical kinematical equation in rotational motion are, see, the first kinematical equation is omega, which is equal to omega 0 plus alpha into t, by replacing the corresponding analogical quantities in translatory motion. Second is theta, which is equal to omega 0 t plus 1 half alpha into t square. And third kinematical equation is omega square, which is equal to omega 0 square plus twice alpha into s. These are the kinematical equations in translatory motion and corresponding kinematical equation in rotational motion.